Far from the bright lights of Las Vegas and the noise of social media, deep within the cold mountains of Dagestan, something powerful was quietly forming. When Khabib Nurmagomedov walked away undefeated, many thought Dagestan's dominance in MMA had come to an end, but that couldn't have been further from the truth. Behind the scenes, Khabib was shaping his successor, his lifelong friend and student, Islam Makhachev. What started as mentorship soon turned into a long-term mission, one that would change the lightweight division for good. Under Khabib's sharp guidance, Islam entered what his teammates call the secret camp. No distractions, no cameras, just hard work, endless wrestling rounds, exhausting cardio in the thin mountain air, and mental conditioning that bordered on obsession. Khabib wasn't just training Islam's body, he was passing down his mindset, the same champion's mentality that made Khabib one of the greatest fighters the UFC has ever seen. Morning started before dawn, with Islam sprinting up mountain slopes as Khabib's voice echoed through the mist, yelling, "Push harder, champions are made in silence." But Khabib's work didn't stop there. He rebuilt Islam's approach to fighting, turning him into a complete and patient killer inside the cage. The plan was simple: control every second of the fight, strike with precision, wrestle with dominance, and break your opponent mentally before breaking him physically. It was the system that Khabib's father, Khabib Nurmagomedov, built, improved and perfected by Khabib himself. Under that watchful eye, Islam transformed into a machine, a weapon built for war. So when he finally claimed the UFC lightweight championship, it wasn't just his win, it was the victory of an entire legacy. From the corner, Khabib smiled quietly. The plan had worked. A new king had been born, carved from the same mountain stone that once created Khabib. Now that Islam rules the division, one question echoes through the fight world: who can stop a champion made in Khabib's image? Because when Khabib Nurmagomedov says, "I told you he's next," it's not a prediction, it's a promise.
Islam, hands up, don't touch head. 15, hands up.
High in the mountains of Dagestan, far from the luxury gyms and bright lights of the fight world, Islam Makhachev is preparing for war the only way he knows, through discipline and sacrifice. His camp isn't built on technology or comfort, it's built on tradition, hard work, and mental toughness. Each day begins before sunrise, when the air is cold and thin. Islam tightens his boots and takes off through the steep mountain paths, where every breath burns and every step builds endurance. These same trails have shaped generations of Dagestani fighters, and now they're shaping a champion. Khabib Nurmagomedov stands by his side, watching closely. His voice cuts through the cold air. Push! Again! In this camp, there's no ego, only effort. Everything follows the core values taught by Khabib's late father, Khabib: discipline, respect, and constant improvement. The training never stops. Wrestling until the arms give out, striking until the form is perfect, and drilling transitions until they become automatic. After every exhausting session, Islam studies fight footage with Khabib, analyzing strategies and picking apart opponents' weaknesses. But this camp isn't only about physical power. The real focus is on mindset. Islam doesn't just want to win, he wants to dominate. He trains to control every moment, to crush every ounce of resistance from his opponent. Even as a world champion, Islam stays humble. He eats simple food, trains in the same small gym he grew up in, and keeps his life free from distractions. The sound of gloves hitting pads and Khabib's voice shouting commands are all he needs. When fight night comes, Islam walks out calm and collected, a product of discipline, not hype. For him, victory isn't about fame or money. It's about honoring Dagestan, respecting Khabib's trust, and carrying forward the Nurmagomedov legacy. This isn't just training. This is where champions are built.
No, 5. Sugar. Good job, guys. 5.
22 minutes left.
When Islam Makhachev talks about his training, his tone is as steady and confident as his fighting style. For him, camp life isn't just about preparing for a fight. It's about living the values that made him who he is. Every fight begins in these mountains, Islam says, standing among Dagestan's rocky hills. This is where we build everything: strength, focus, and heart. Out here, there's nothing but work, freezing air, running through tough trails before hours of wrestling and sparring with top-level fighters. Every session feels like a real fight, he says. If you can survive here, the octagon feels simple. Khabib Nurmagomedov leads every part of the camp. He watches every drill, corrects every mistake, and pushes Islam to be sharper each day. Khabib never lets me get comfortable, Islam admits. Even after a win, he finds something to fix. That's how we stay hungry. We never think we're good enough. For Islam, the mental battle is just as important as the physical one. Training with fighters like Khabib, Umar, and Usman Nurmagomedov keeps the pressure constant. There are no easy rounds, he says. We don't train to compete. We train to dominate. That's our way. Despite his fame, Islam hasn't changed. He still eats traditional food, prays with his teammates, and trains in the same small gym where his journey began. Being champion means you have to work harder, he explains, because now everyone wants to take your spot. As fight night nears, Islam becomes more silent and focused. The camp tightens its circle. Khabib, Javier Mendez, and the Dagestani team all united under one purpose. We trust each other completely, Islam says. When I enter the cage, my people are with me. I'm never alone. To Islam Makhachev, the camp isn't just a part of his preparation. It's a lifestyle built on purpose and loyalty. This is our way, he says. This is Dagestan.
Были 3 недели, приехали. Опасность, конечно, если человек чемпион на какой-то вес. Особенно у нас в организации, там таких проходных не бывает. Так.
After Jack Della Maddalena's thrilling victory to claim the UFC welterweight title, fans didn't have to wait long for a response from the lightweight champion, Islam Makhachev. Only hours later, he posted a message online that sent shockwaves through the fight world. Time to become a double champion, inshallah. Let's go. It wasn't just a casual post, it was a declaration. Islam, already dominating at 155 pounds, was now looking to move up and challenge the new champion at 170 pounds. He wanted to join the elite few who held belts in 2 divisions. But Islam didn't stop there. True to his Dagestani roots, he followed up with a cold and confident message aimed directly at Della Maddalena. You are not Volk. I will show you different level. Keep my belt clean. This wasn't empty talk. Islam had already proven himself by defeating Alexander Volkanovski twice, one of the most skilled and respected fighters in the sport. He wanted to make it clear that this challenge wasn't about hype. It was about showing that dominance has no limit. Back in Dagestan, Islam's training focus has already shifted. According to his teammates, he's been bulking up, doing heavy sparring, and adapting his body for the move to welterweight. Islam doesn't care about fame, one teammate explained. He only cares about challenges. Jack's win motivated him to go even harder. If he captures a second title, Islam will stand alongside greats like Daniel Cormier, Amanda Nunes, and Conor McGregor. But Jack Della Maddalena isn't backing down either. He's welcomed the challenge. Still, facing Makhachev's relentless pressure, elite wrestling, and precise striking is unlike anything he's seen before. If this fight happens, it'll be more than champion versus champion. It'll be 2 of the most complete fighters in MMA going head-to-head for greatness. For now, Islam's words echo across the UFC. Keep my belt clean. It's calm, confident, and terrifying. The kind of statement only a true champion makes. And when Islam speaks, the MMA world listens.
It's gonna be a hard fight. Honestly, it's gonna be. I saw his fight against Bilal. He is good, man. He is good. When he beginning fighting in UFC, he had a problem with the wrestling, but now he's improved because I see he training a lot with the wrestlers, with the grapplers, and that's why he's a champion right now, and he's good everywhere. But we will see who is the best fighter in the world.
Yeah,
very soon. And it's good.
And that wraps it up. Islam Makhachev sending a clear message to the new welterweight king, Jack Della Maddalena. The lightweight champion isn't just talking about greatness, he's determined to prove it. Will Islam chase history and go for double gold next? Only time. And the Octagon will give us the answer. Thanks for watching, fight fans. If you love MMA updates, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned. This is Boxing Cage, your source for breaking fight news, expert breakdowns, and all things UFC.